A 34-year-old man in California has been rescued after a 3-hour hike back on June 11th led to getting lost in the mountains for 10 days.
Oh, no.
He said he survived by drinking water out of his hiking boots.
Like
I guess
from his sweaty feet?
no, I guess like scooping water. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe your
Some sort of
hand
water
would
in
have
there.
been okay.
But also, if you're going hiking and you don't tell anyone where you're going, or you don't have some sort of GPS thing, or you don't leave a trail of breadcrumbs or something, you're an idiot. Like that's so crazy to think that you're going to do, and especially like, oh, it's a 3-hour hike. 3-hour hike. That's a long hike.
Don't they make? I thought they make clothes with like the trackers in them. So that
I mean, there's so many things you could do also, but like if I'm going hiking, say you and I are in Colorado for something, whatever, and you're like, I'm going to hang out by the pool, and I go, Spanish, I'm going to go for a hike. Here is where I'm leaving from.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to go back in this area.
Yeah.
So if I'm not back in 10 days, check this area.
Why don't hike?
Here.
I don't want to get lost.
Crazy. Crazy. A man in New Jersey got into a virtual.
Can I just back this up?
Yeah.
I know I'm a little bit lazy, but nothing about hiking ever excites me. Like every time we're going to go to, like I think we're going to Georgia for Thanksgiving this year. And they're like, what is there to do in Georgia? Oh, it's great. There's hiking. And then what is hiking mean? Just walking through the rough woods, right? Or walking outside is hiking. I'm not into that at all. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not. Like people just say that to me like it's going to entice me. I'm like, I don't like to walk for long periods of time. I don't want to do it outside, and I don't want to do it where I can get killed by a bear. None of those things apply to me.
That certainly is bad news, bears. But I like being out in the woods. I like being outside. I like being in nature. I like seeing different stuff. Like, did you see the post I put up the other day? I saw a big giant crane. I saw a gopher tortoise, and I saw some sort of bull, I guess it was, or something. I mean, it's in an area, whatever. But it's cool to go out there and see all that different stuff. But I definitely get it where if you don't want to be out in the heat, terrible.
And the fear.
And if you're in a certain area, like here, I'm pretty safe. I could get, snakes are out there. There's a possibility of bears, obviously. Bobcat. But for the most part, I'm pretty safe.
Alligators is the thing I'm always worried about. One that just wandered too far from the pond.
Yeah, could be. I told you I saw that otter the other day go across the and I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, is that an alligator or what is it? Because it was big for an otter, but it would have been a small alligator. But yeah,
it just weirds me out. My wife's like, "We can go for a hike," and I'm like, "What is that?"
I think it's a wife thing because my wife always wants to go hiking.
Oh, maybe she's trying to get rid of you. Maybe she's trying to get rid of you.
I hate it. I bitch and complain the entire time.
Yeah, although I did have a girlfriend one time that made me hike up a mountain, and I went, "I don't want to do this," and she's like, "It's not bad. We go slow." And then we got up to the top of the mountain, and I say mountain, but it was just a higher peak in Colorado. That was nice. When you got up there, you're like, oh, okay, this is a good view, and you could see all the other big mountains and stuff. And I'm like, all right. And I did go up one little hill in Utah when I was out there, but I would rather just drive up there and look from the top.
Yeah, Monkey Mountain. You did Monkey Mountain.
I still regret Monkey Mountain to this day.
The last 2 hikes I went on, against my will because of my wife, I slipped and fell both times.
Maybe that was her plan.
And the one time I was 100% convinced I had torn my ACL when I fell in Colorado, and I was mother effing my wife and kids, just bitching and screaming, yelling the whole way back.
I don't understand my brother-in-law, who's my age, who reminds me a lot of you. You're very similar. He just likes to chill and drink.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we want to hike, and I go, who are you? Yeah. Want to hike? What are you talking? How does this fit into the guy I know?
The only reason I go on the hike is because my anxiety makes me worry about them going on the hike, my family. So I have to go.
Torn ACL is going to protect them?
Right. In my mind, I'm there. At least I'm there. Something goes wrong. Where if I'm just sitting at the house.
Depending on if Juliana goes, I'd feel that way.
Yeah.
If she doesn't go, I'd be like, well, the rest of you are on your own.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are getting lost in the woods, and I'm just sitting there,
enjoying a beer.
Campsite, drinking beer.